Welcome to Big in Japan, the video game show that talks about those big releases in Japan that have yet to make it to our shores. This is the April 2011 PlayStation 3 edition, and we're going to be looking at 4 of the biggest games in Japan at the moment. We'll kick things off with this. Okay, this is Ryu Gotoku of the End. This is the latest in the Yakuza series. It's the 6th instalment. It's exclusively for PlayStation 3 and it's published by Sega. This game was originally due to be released in March 17th, but basically the Japanese crisis happened, the earthquakes, and it got delayed. One of the reasons for this is the game's actually set in a district of Japan that's in ruins. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic style game, and it is in fact a zombie game. So yeah, basically there's an outbreak of zombies in this region of Japan called Kamurocho, and it's up to the usual Yakuza crew to deal with this. It's quite a step away from the usual scenes you find in the Yakuza games, but it does look quite interesting. Whether it's going to be the last game in the series with the name of the game, Of the End, who knows? It could be a way to kill off the series, or it could just be a side story. You still get to do all the usual side missions within the game, such as playing darts or fishing, going to karaoke, things like that. So yeah, if you're a Yakuza fan, it could well be a very good game for you. This game is due for release on June the 9th, and you can import this using one of the links below. This is Nobunaga no Yabu, or as it's more commonly known in the West, Nobunaga's Ambition. Now, if you're from Europe, like me, you've probably never heard of this game, because it's never actually been released over here. But in America, it has been released quite a lot, starting back in the NES days, then onto SNES, Mega Drive, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and even more recently on the Wii. So yeah, this is the latest in that series. This one is called Tendo, and this is the Power Up Kit edition. That basically is just an expansion pack. That's what they call expansion packs in Japan. This series is a turn-based strategy role-playing game set in the Sengoku period of feudal Japan. So yeah, basically, if you know the Nobunaga's Ambition series, it's more of the same sort of thing. It's just the latest edition of that for the PlayStation 3, and this is the expansion pack for last year's game, which was Nobunaga no Yabu Tendo, which again did not get released outside of Japan, unfortunately. I don't know whether this one will make it to US shores. The Wii version did, so maybe, fingers crossed, if you're into this game, fingers crossed it'll come over here. Nobunaga no Yabu Tendo with Power Up Kit. PlayStation 3版5月26日。Next, this is the third game on the list. This is El Shaddai Ascension of the Metatron. This is an action game with platforming elements for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 consoles. What makes this so special is the development is led by Takayasu Sawaki, who was the character designer for Devil May Cry and Okami. And you can see basically influences of both those games in this. The art style quite clearly ekes of the old Okami style. It has several puzzle elements as well, and the battle system does remind me a little bit of Devil May Cry, if a little simplified. Like I said, this game features platforming, so it's got a nice few 2D sections as well, which look really good actually with the graphical style. It's based around the Book of Enoch, and it's basically about a priest looking for fallen angels to prevent a great flood from destroying mankind. Your quest is basically to find the Arch, I believe, which is a weapon in the game, and it's a holy blade, and it has become corrupt and must be purified. This game has been in development for a long time, so if you've seen it, don't be surprised. It's been in development since 2007, but recently was released. In fact, it was released last month in Japan on April 28th. And yeah, it looks like a really good and enjoyable game, and the style of the game it's based on, you know, an anime style, drawing from, you know, things like Studio Ghibli. So yeah, it looks a very good game, and I can't wait for this one to be released. If you do want it straight away, feel free to import it using one of the links below. And this is the last game on the list for April 2011, and this game is called The Reminiscence of Haruhi Suzumiya. That's quite a hard name to pronounce. Yeah, it's based on the Haruhi Suzumiya comics, or visual novels, anime series, manga, however you want to call it, which is based around a high school girl, the aforementioned, who's obsessed with supernatural. She also has the unconscious ability to alter reality. To find the supernatural, she forms the SOS Brigade to investigate mysterious happenings with 4 other members. This is basically what the whole series is revolving around. It's quite a long-running video game series, actually. It's just never really seen release outside of Japan, or at least not that I'm aware. It originally started on the PlayStation Portable in 2007. That was called The Promise of Haruhi Suzumiya. And then it went on to PlayStation 2, which was the Perplexity. I can't even say that word. And then the Wii, which was the Excitement, and then the Parallel, also on the Wii. The Series on Nintendo DS, and then the Rashness on iPhone, and finally this version, which is the Reminiscence. This is set after the original story of the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, which is a film. A film set after the anime series. This is it looks a very interesting game. Looks kind of creepy in a way. This trailer makes it look that way anyway. I'm quite interested by it, and again, if you want to import this game, click on the link below. Although I think you'll miss out on a bit of the story side. It looks quite a heavily story-driven game. It's in the visual novel style, if you're familiar with that. Quite popular in Japan, the interactive fiction style games. This is the last one on this list, and I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, give us a like, and yes, leave any comments, leave constructive criticism, basically anything that'll make this better.